Hello and welcome to a Living Life Short Discourses on the Greatest Call channel, the global voice for expanding consciousness. This is the continuation of the discourse on giving, and we shall continue Khalil Gibran's book, The Prophet, chapter on giving. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. And then he goes on to say, they give as in yonder valley the myrtle breathe its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these, God speaks, and from behind their eyes, He smiles upon the earth. As previously articulated, we shall continue to glean the best knowledge and narratives for the singular purpose of expanding your consciousness, folks. My consciousness. Intention before and through a particular project shall always be realized. If our giving is for show, which we talked about in our previous videos, and we shall leave the link below and also at the end screen just for your viewing and listening delight, folks. Again, if our intention for giving is to be seen or be recognized, then we do truncate the real importance of giving, and recognition shall we see, shall we realize. And most people will talk about giving a lot. See that man, he gives so much. See that woman, she just gave this amazing stuff to those people, or through that man, or through that child. A lot of people would talk about them, and recognition shall we have. The intention for our action shall we realize. However, it shall only end there. We have truncated the real importance of giving. We have sold the importance of giving for show, for recognition, to be seen, just to be seen, and we shall be seen. The intention shall we realize, or shall we materialize. If our giving is to experience the joy of giving, however, then we shall have joy. And that is also another intention, and frankly speaking, it is not a bad intention. For the essence of being conscious at all is to experience joy from expansion. Why then would ultimate consciousness bring us into being if not to share love and joy? So to have joy as the intention for giving, it's not a bad intention. And joy shall we receive. And we have seen many times, almost everyone on the planet cannot refute the joy we all experience in giving. None. No one can refute that. Again, if our intention is to give to experience joy, joy shall be our reward. It shall cascade through our being, and our presence alone shall be contagious. we shall spread joy wherever we go. Even before we talk to people, they will experience our joy. Just as Ralph Waldo Emerson says it so beautifully, what you are thunders so loudly I cannot hear what you say. Our joy wherever we go shall be known, and joy shall we spread. Intention, 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 folks. Intention. Actions are judged by intention, so goes a good old man. Meaning, the intention behind any goal or project shall always be realized. Shall always be realized. Khalil goes on to say, there are those who give with pain, and of course, that shall be their reward as well. We should not lay waste our giving either for recognition or as a burdening responsibility. Because consciousness, again, folks, is one indivisible whole. What we do to the other is already done to us, even mostly before the action itself. Only the thought alone begins the reward. We start to realize the importance of our intention for a project or an action in this scenario or in this discourse giving. We start to realize the importance of our intention for giving as quickly as they are conceived mentally, even before the action itself. Even before the action itself. For example, let us make up our mind to give something of value to another person, with or without the knowledge of the receiver. And let us carefully watch our thought and see if our intention of that giving hasn't already been realized. If it's for a bad intention, we shall start feeling thus. If it is a good one, our hearts begin to blossom with that intention. With that intention. Let's all try it and see. We are all one indivisible consciousness. And again, what we do to the other person is already done unto us. It's already done to you and to me. He goes on to say, the highest level of intention are those who give not knowing pain, nor do they seek joy, nor do they give just because they want others to see them as righteous. You know, for everyone to see we are good and it's all about recognition. As intention, which we've already talked about, for giving, shall we see. So giving without any intention, but as our nature, because we are one, and what I do to you, I do to myself. What you do to him or her, you've done already to yourself. So if you are giving and we have this intention that we are only doing thus for nothing, not for any reward in itself, and we do not expect reward or seek reward from people, just as none of us seek reward for doing things, good things to ourselves. We do not seek reward from people for making our favorite food. We do not seek reward from people for buying a shoe we've always admired. Telling people, hey, come and see, I ate my favorite food, so come and reward me. We don't do that. We don't do that. We should have that same intention for giving, seeking no reward at all, just our nature, because we are doing it to ourselves. So to give to ourselves, that kind of intention is the highest level of giving, organically or naturally, not seeking any reward in return, even though we all know that they will come in abundance. They will. That should be the goal we should all be striving for in our daily act of giving. He goes on to say, for such people who give not seeking reward or joy or any recognition, they become like the exact embodiment of our highest capacity as human beings. We become godlike. Just as we are giving in life freely, our eyes, brain, tongue, nose, all our senses and faculties were given freely, given on gratis. When we do give just for show or recognition, again, we truncate the real importance of giving. But if we give without seeking any reward at all, and they will come, but we shouldn't have that intention. If we do so without seeking any reward at all, as an intention, we do become godlike indeed. We do become godlike indeed. Some of the attributes of the ultimate consciousness of Brahma, of Allah, of God, of deity, is she is the total provider. She is, or he is, the total provider and the supreme bestower. When we give without seeking any reward in return as the intention, we do begin to inculcate, nurture, and blossom some of these attributes of God. And that is the ultimate goal we should all strive for, to nurture every attribute of God, as we are all speck of the ultimate consciousness. And indeed, we can, should we all work towards. He continues to say, and I quote, "It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked, through understanding. And to the open-handed, the search for one who shall receive is joy greater than giving. And is there aught you would withhold? All you have shall someday be given. Therefore, give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors." Oh God, incredibly profound. Incredibly profound. Folks, as we have all seen, not everyone who needs to be given or is in need can express them. Not everyone. Many people would not be in the street begging for food or money or clothing or shelter. No, because of their nobility, they may not be able to express them as well. However, we all know, we live with them. We can decipher sometimes what a person is going through even before they talk about them, if they can. And the question is, the last time we needed something and talked to others about them, how did we feel? For everyone noble, there is a huge resistance in us in expressing our need to others. And whenever we are even able to muster the courage to do so, we never feel great about ourselves afterwards. We feel some level of humiliation within us. So, similarly, we should give not only to those who ask, but those who we can decipher may be in need of something that we can provide. We can provide beyond our needs. Greediness is indeed neediness, and hoarding is fearfulness. Every major scripture on the planet, every teacher on the planet spoke about greediness and hoarding. Again, greediness is neediness and hoarding is fearfulness. Both of these are the offspring of fear, hoarding and being greedy or greediness. We constantly fear not having, and again, not the inability to have them, but the fear of not having them. We do not hoard, neither are we greedy, only because we may need them tomorrow, but the fear of not being able to have them makes us greedy enough to hoard money, to hoard clothing, homes, cars. We keep wanting more, and mostly these come with constant frustrations and stress, only to have these for a few decades and leave them here on this planet, on this plane. And then whoever inherits them, use them anyhow they want. How then have we truly lived? How? Giving all our energies to having things we barely use and leave them here. Just like the overprudent dog burying bones in the trackless sand as he follows the pilgrim to the holy city. Meaning, all of that will be lost. Most of the things we hoard would be lost. What then is the importance of not truly living by constantly sharing our blessings? Again, what then is the importance of not truly living by constantly sharing all the blessings life had bestowed on us? For when we share, folks, we cease to become like a dam and we become a river. We help the flow of things in life. Again, When we do share the good things in our lives, we keep in circulation these for the good of everyone. And as immaculately put in a maxim, givers never lack. Givers never lack. How can we help the circulation of the good things in life and be left out? It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. And as one teacher put it, money is like a cow dung. It stinks when hoarded rather than being spread for the good of everyone. Some people so much focusing on building generational wealth to the detriment of their lives and what is known as truly living. So engrossed in building generational wealth to the detriment of their lives. Our consciousness, folks, blossoms when we inculcate all the known attributes of ultimate consciousness, and none of his or her attributes is the holder. Nobody had ever known that one of the attributes of God is the holder. God in no book is known as the holder. So when we do so, we are not living naturally. We can never expand blissfully by hoarding. No teacher did so. No prophet hoarded. No saint and no great poet or philosopher. For they did understand deeply what their life purpose is. They did understand deeply what their purpose here on earth is. For hoarding is only done in fear. Let us ask this question, folks. Would any of us hoard anything we have no fear of not having in the future? No. So the main reason for hoarding is fear and greed. And none of these are the attributes of ultimate consciousness. Our aspect of consciousness doesn't expand blissfully because it is unnatural to us. Nobody can expand blissfully by hoarding or being greedy. For greediness is neediness, and hoarding is fearfulness. Society as it is now taught fear. We were all born naturally with only two fears: fear of loud noises and fear of falling. The worst part is our humanity can hoard to the detriment of others. Even to the extent that they wouldn't even need that thing they are hoarding, or those things they are hoarding or we are hoarding in our lifetimes. In our lifetimes. We can hoard beyond our lifetimes, and we mostly do so. We are the only beings on the planet that do hoard beyond our lifetime, folks. The only being. So, this is going to be a challenge for us all. Let us disabuse our minds of the fear of not having enough and share every good thing that comes our way, and watch how blissfully we all live, how meaningful our lives become, and how happy and beautiful life will eventually unfold. All our fears shall fall into oblivion. Not even death, which is simply leaving this body we received from the earth here, can even scare us. Or shall we be fearful? For there is no death in its essence. We would have a strong connection with our Maker. And evolution will be, and our evolution, your evolution, my evolution would be exemplary. It shall help us all to evolve better if we keep on sharing the good things we have been bestowed in life. The world shall be a better place, and most feuds among people, tribes, countries, and nations would peter out or would fall off just like the skin of snakes being shed, a process in biology known as ecdysis. The more we hoard, folks, the more fearful we become of losing what we have hoarded in fear. And we cannot not be miserable or depressed. Because it is not natural to our being. Anything we do build, which is not an attribute of ultimate consciousness, which is against our nature, shall ultimately make us miserable. Always. Always. Again, any and everything we do which is against our nature must make us miserable, even in this plane, before passing on to the next, which cometh sooner than we think about. The more we share, the less we need. I have never in my life seen any true sharer of life's bounties who is miserable. Have you? Or in lack of anything? I have never seen any true sharer of life's bounties being miserable or being in lack. They are mostly happier than others and live more meaningful lives, and they score higher on the life contentment questionnaire. You know, those questionnaires they give you, how content are you with life? Those who share their blessings are more content, and they are never in lack. Whatever they need shows up. If they need people, they come at the right time. If they need any other resources, they show up. And as they show up, they in turn continue to share. Do I want to be more content in life? Then let us hoard not and share mostly. Do we want to be less miserable and happier in life? Then let's begin with hoarding in our lives and let us inculcate sharing with others. Once again, this was the Living Life Short Discourses on Giving. And remember, the more we hoard, the more we need, and the more miserable and depressed we shall all become. The more we share, the less we need, and the happier and more content must we be till we pass on from this plane. God bless you, your family, and the planet. We shall see you all very soon.